Alright, week 2. So this is the 60% week, and I structured it exactly the same as week 1, except 60%, not 50%. I began the week with a shoulder and tricep style day that involved most of the pressing motions I'll be seeing in the next couple months, and then moved on to a leg and lower back style day, which I didn't get any video from, and then took a day off and followed that up with an upper back and bicep day, which is really geared mostly towards a bodybuilding style, just because I feel it's good to involve that style of lifting. It hasn't really done me wrong before, so it's one of those issues of if it's not broke, don't fix it. And then finished the week off with the miscellaneous day that I have, which is just odds and ends. I mostly train. It's mostly an intensive core training day, but I also train a fair amount of core with legs and lower back, so that's fine too. As you can see, I began the overhead workout with strict press, and then some push jerks, and then I did a fair amount of axle work, and now I'm doing log work. As far as nationals is concerned, I think the events won't be too difficult. The only thing I'm really even a little bit stressed about is the log. There will be a 320 log in a press medley, and I think that could be kind of tricky depending on the order of the press medley. That might I'm really not sure what order, if we're going to be forced to press in an order, or if we have the option of pressing in whatever order we choose to. If we do, I'll probably wind up tackling that log first because I'm afraid of it. But it would be better if the log were either on one of the ends of the press medley, or if I were confident enough coming into the contest that I could just do the log in whatever order. That'd be awesome too. We'll see if it happens. This is video from my upper back and bicep training day. I like to involve a lot of rows and pull downs. As you can see, I cheat quite a bit on my pull downs. These are really wide grip pull downs, but what I like to do is I like to keep my training relatively strict for a while, and then I'll build into a kind of cheat. Like I'll allow some wiggle room in my form to bring up the intensity, bring up the weight a little bit, and then I'll dial back, but I'll add say 10% of what I originally did with strict form, and I'll go back to strict form, and I'll be able to handle that much because both mentally and physically, neurologically, my body will be prepared to handle heavier loads, and that's what I've found works for me the best for gaining strength in those style of workouts. I also aim for kind of higher repetitions. Like I said earlier, my upper back days are mostly built around a bodybuilding methodology. Right here, here's some video of myself and one of my friends back home, Mike Sutherland, doing some curls for the girls. Not really. I'm not single, so yeah, curls for the girl, if you know what I mean. I know a lot of guys don't like to do bicep work, and they think that it's going to lead to a bicep tear or whatever. I used to do a lot of bicep stuff because in the beginning of my training, I trained exactly like a bodybuilder. Then I moved to kind of a little bit of powerlifting, and then I moved on to strongman style training, but my strongman style training is still built heavily around bodybuilding, and I think the people that don't train biceps are just setting themselves up for failure later. I mean, you're really only as good as your weakest body part, and you use your biceps more than you think, and it's good to use form that doesn't use a whole lot of bicep. Like, you don't